the water world. Oh,
Start recording
be the
for.
water world. Yeah. So, I'm actually new in this position. I just started. Well, I'll be a year in June, but uh, I still have to learn a lot of things. But I've been with the state for. Do you really want to know? 30 plus years, 33 years, but with DOR 10 years. Others previous state, couple of state agencies before that. But so let me talk about a little bit of what I do as a regional business specialist. I as a regional business specialist, I'm supposed to have a team of business specialists, but right now I only have one. There's actually a reposting in Cal Careers website for, I think they have to repost it again. We still couldn't find any other business specialists located in Fremont and in Berkeley. But anyway, so as a regional business specialist, I oversee 3 counties. We have Solano County, Alameda County, and Contra Costa County. And we do have 7 offices here for our district, the Greater East Bay District alone. But as you or may not know, there are other districts throughout the state, Department of Rehabilitation. Um, so we do have 7 offices here in the Greater East Bay District. We have, let me start with Fremont, Concord, Oakland, Berkeley, Antioch. Did I miss anything? Antioch, and then Fairfield office. I'm missing one more. Did I say Richmond? Yeah, Richmond. So for Contra Costa County, it's Richmond, Antioch, and Concord for Contra Costa County. So Alameda is we do have the Fairfield and the Fremont office, and then we have the Solano. I'm missing one more. I'm supposed to have 7. Oakland. That's right.
Oh,
Oakland and Alameda. So what I do events like this, and I attend events like this, and I connect with businesses to support our consumers. So not sure if you want me to talk a little bit about what we do as the state agency, as a Department of Rehabilitation, for some of you who may not be familiar. So we are the largest vocational rehabilitation organization in the country, as you may know. And we've been around for 60 plus years. We help with partners, like with community stakeholders like you, and with other, we have vendors to help our consumers. And so what we do is we help, in simple terms, we help people with disabilities find employment. Our goal is to help them, as you could see in my background, be employed, be independent, and of course, have equality in the community. And so we, once someone comes into our door and ask for services, they have the qualifications that we're looking for. We do have the vocational rehabilitation services that's been around ever since. And what we do is, regardless of age, we we provide services such as assistive devices, support with their tuition fees, because when you do apply with us, you have to have an employment goal, because as I've mentioned, our goal is for them to get a job. So I don't know how much time I could go on and on. Do you want me to just continue? Okay. So they have to have employment goals. So when someone comes in, they have a disability, and as you know, disability is not just physical, of course. There's everything else. Any medically diagnosed condition, that's a barrier to employment. That's really how we define a disability, a medical condition, a medical diagnosed condition. So it could be anything from physical, emotional, psychological, learning disability, and everything else. So once they qualify, we do have to verify their medical disability, and then when they apply for us, the counselor assigned to them will then develop a plan. So when they develop a plan, they know they're of course being assessed by their counselor what kind of jobs best match their skills and their abilities. And so then they develop a plan for example, if they wanted to be a barber, so gonna need a training. So that's when DOR comes in and we support them with their training, with their school, trade school, with their uniform, assistive device if they need, and tuition fees that's not covered by financial aid. So, and anything else that they need, we will support in order for them to have a job and to be successful. So though when they finish their training and they're ready to work, that's when the business specialist comes in, my team, and we look for employers. Uh, my role is to, of course, let employers know about our services, our program, and to help our consumers find jobs. So I connect them with employers and make everybody know about our services. So I could go on and on, but so that is the adult program. But recently, about few years ago, 2018-19, we established a student services program where we target young people ages 16 to 21. So we go out to different high schools, our team, our staff in different offices, and give workshops, making them employed, helping them be ready for work. So the pre-employment, there's my colleague. Um, this is Veronica. Uh, she is the business specialist that I was referring to. Veronica, I was just explaining to them what my role is and what your role is and what DOR does. And so yeah, so once they're ready to work, and what a timing, what a perfect timing. That's when the counselors refer them to Veronica, who would assist them with either resume writing, preparation for job interviews, or job searching, or any other soft skills or anything employment needs that they are in need of in order to get a job, and connecting them also to jobs. So our goal is job placements.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for explaining.
Sorry, I keep on talking, but this is Veronica.
Hi, Veronica. Nice of you to join us.
Hi, thanks so much. Yes, sorry I was a little late. I was driving in. So
So I'll explain a little bit about our committee, because you're both, I think this is your first time.
Yes.
So this is one of the committees that the chamber offers to its chamber members in order to just keep people informed about what's going on in the business community. And so our mission or sort of focus is to help educate people about accessibility or lack thereof at businesses in the area, as well as support disability inclusion. And so the way that I, as the chairperson, I'm Susie, by the way, I've sort of been organizing things is just bringing folks in we meet once a month, and I have somebody from a different organization come in just to really help get the word out about what resources there are, I actually did a presentation like a year ago on accessibility and kind of helping broaden people's understanding of how to make their spaces more accessible for their customers and clients, and that type of thing. So we actually have Sarah Birdwell here with us today, and she is going to be presenting about the travel training program because she's with Independent Living Resources. So I'll go ahead and let you, I don't know if you want to add to the introduction, I'll go ahead and bring up your slides. Sure. And thank you so much for coming and sharing today.
This is a fun, it'll be quick, because usually I'm giving this to, a bunch of seniors or, yeah, actually, I've done it to a lot of seniors, because we go to senior facilities and, what did I do? What was that yesterday? Oh my God, I totally drew one.
That happens to me all the time.
Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. I did a presentation. I had 3 this week. Tomorrow I'm going to a facility in Martinez. Oh, I was at the one in San Ramon.
Oh, okay.
It's a senior care, like senior living facilities, I guess, is the main focus right now, because this program, so the travel training program is through County Connection. So County Connection received, I think even the next slide, I might say something. County Connection received, some money, and they are partnering with us at Independent Living Resources to get the word out to show that like, this is a new free program to help you within Contra Costa County to learn how to use public transit, to get people more in their community. And, you know, it doesn't have to be just medically related or appointments or stuff like that. Like summertime's great, you know how Concord has concerts in the park and all those fun things. So we try to promote to get people to come out and just do fun things. So that is where it came from. So it's basically County Connections program. And we are just here to try and help implement it. And then, yeah, next time. So what is travel training? Travel training basically just promotes independence, right? Teaching you how to navigate public transit, whether that's buses, paratransit, BART, Lyft, Uber. Clipper card's a big one. A lot of seniors, for some reason, don't know that they can get a really great discount. So we talk about that. Okay. That's me. That's not as important. But I basically just talk about my experience. Like I think I used the bus and paratransit up until I was 21. And then I got a car. And funny enough, was it my first one or my second? No, my second car was actually through Department of Rehab.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So
Wow.
yeah, they helped with my college. I think I was with them in college. Lots of years ago, guys. So anyways, that's
We
me.
won't ask you what years.
Yeah, it's cool. It's been a while. Okay, let's do the next slide.
Okay.
Okay, so we offer 3 types of travel trainings. We've got group, one-on-one, and workshops. They're pretty self-explanatory. A group would be multiple people. We could usually make like a fun field trip and say we're gonna go, you know, to Broadway Plaza one day, do some shopping, have some lunch, and then go back. So that's like a group field trip. One-on-one is more obviously with one person. They wanna learn like, this one senior I had wanted to learn how to go to, the CVS right near his place or something. Cause he always there for, you know, prescriptions or food or whatever he needed. So that's a one-on-one. And then a workshop could be like almost in this little setting. We have a bunch of people and we could talk about whatever. Like, we did Clipper Card one once because there were so many people in the presentation that wanted to know about Clipper Card and fill out applications. So we made a workshop and I came with all the applications and we did them all and we talked about it and taught them how to do an online profile if they were online savvy, stuff like that. So those are the 3 types of trainings that we offer.
Great.
Yeah. And then, see, this is just Clipper Card. So I don't really need to go over this stuff, but I basically explained to them what a Clipper Card is and where they can use it. And then I think the next slide is the senior Clipper Card, which is for people 65 and over. And then the next slide is the RTC card, which is 65 and under, well, under 65, so 64 and under, right?
Okay.
So with the RTC card, you need to have a disability. And you have to figure out, you fill out the application, and then I think for RTC card, you just need like either your handicap sticker or something from your doctor. So it's super easy. It's not like paratransit where you have to go through the whole darn thing.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, it's a
good.
lot easier. I think the next slide is actually paratransit. So paratransit is basically door-to-door service for people with a mobility impairment. Some cognitive too, it's not just that, but basically you fill out this application, you have to take the half of it or 3 pages of it to your doctor, and they fill it out, and then County Connection determines if you are eligible. So, you know, somebody who can't stand for more than 5 minutes, or, you know, can't walk further than a few blocks or something like that, they would benefit from paratransit. If they're, you know, vision impaired, that would be helpful too. So that is what linked paratransit is. The only downside that I tell my people is that you have to plan like 7 days in advance. And
Who
if
does
you need to
that?
be somewhere at 1:30, they will probably pick you up at 12. So it's not really just like super convenient, but it's good to have for, it's good to have for those planned ones. So planned medical appointments or planned care appointments every week or once a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's link. Okay.
Okay.
And then, okay, so where can we go? So it's recently been expanded to Orinda, Moraga, Lafayette, San Ramon, and Danville. But when I first did this, which recently I mean in the last probably month or two,
Oh, wow.
we only served Central. And so it was Concord, Pleasant Hill, Martinez, and Walnut Creek. So I kind of just put like a little list. This is just a quick list of all of the fun things we can do in our area that are close to public transit. That's the other thing about travel training is you kind of have to decide and determine if they're even eligible, because if where they live, if it's not close to a bus stop, then what do we do? And if they don't have paratransit, because we could have them take paratransit to the bus stop and then we do, but it's a little, you know, there are some little things we have to work around sometimes, but that's really it. I think the last one is just me saying call us or something, but yeah, thank you. So we're just trying to get the word out, get more people to use public transit and become a little more independent, or at least some of my seniors are, oh, but I don't need that yet. I go, not yet, but wouldn't it be nice to know before you do need it? You don't want to get overwhelmed at that time where you're not allowed to drive anymore, which is already overwhelming and probably frustrating. And so anyways, and then I've helped, I think maybe 2 people with disabilities, and she was young and she was nervous to be in her chair on the bus. So we did a couple things, but she needed to get a power chair to feel more secure. So, and then I helped one of our vision impaired consumers. She takes paratransit, and so it's been good. It's just slow moving to get the word out, and so that's why I come and do these presentations whenever I can.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys are welcome to ask me any questions if you have any, but
yeah, let's open it up for questions or comments. And hi, Dara.
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. Glad you could join us. I'm recording, so I'll send out the recording and you can catch up on the beginning. All right, anybody have questions or comments for Sarah?
I'm sorry, is this just for residents of Contra Costa County?
for right now, yes.
Okay.
So I think it would be good. You said you're helping, you know, students or younger, or, you know, if they have a disability, obviously, maybe they need to learn how to get to and from their new job, or,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because of the work experience. So sometimes we have students who want to work, but they don't have a transportation. And it's so hard for their parents, yeah, to fix their schedule. But oh, that's good to know. So who do they contact? Is it you directly?
yeah, right now you can contact me. I mean, if it's going to expand, there will be more people. So I would say definitely for right now, me, but another good source is to really just go to the County Connection website, and they have the travel training program. And then they have an email and other as well, if it ever came to where you couldn't get a hold of me or something like that, or if I happen to not be around anymore and someone else is in doing this, you know, it just, things fluctuate, so you just never know, but.
There's like a more general.
Yeah, I think
email.
County Connection is gonna have, yeah.
Okay. Great.
This is great. This is good to know because I think this will be a great presentation for our unit meetings for different offices. Councilors, yeah.
Yeah, just reach out, you can email me, or that's my extension, like my straight direct line. And my email, and if you wanna do a presentation sometime,
Yeah, I could take a picture right now and I could send this to our managers and each the Contra Costa ones, so for Richmond, Antioch, and Concord.
yeah.
Yeah, our consumers will really benefit on this one. This is great.
Good,
Thank you.
thank you.
Veronica, did you have a question or comment?
Not really. I mean, other than when I I'm new from Texas. I've only been here a few years. And when I first wanted to take the bus and the BART, I had a friend come with me and we just arbitrarily went to the Coliseum and back. And it was just great because, it's super easy, even when you read the website. Yeah. We also tried one time to take the ferry and did all this research and the ferry never showed up and things like that. So, it's really great, that this is a thing because I definitely know that I benefited from someone training me. So
I mean, the idea is like right now, the funding is specific for their grant and funding for seniors and people with disabilities.
yeah,
But I've already mentioned, like, it needs to be for anybody that wants to learn how to use public transit. What if, you know, work with DMV, people who are not gonna be able to drive much longer, they're getting their
yeah,
license taken away or suspended or whatever. Stuff like that.
definitely.
Area, it should be a program for anyone who wants to learn how to use.
That's true. Yeah, I like that. But it's a great program for sure.
Dara, are you already familiar with this program? I know with your work with seniors. I'm just curious.
I'm not. This is very interesting. I want to go through the slides after we talk because I think that this would be really helpful because we have disability and we have seniors, and this fits right in with all of them.
What organization?
Yeah, do you?
Choice in Aging.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm the events and outreach coordinator.
Where are you based out of? Are you in Concord or?
I'm in Pleasant Hill.
Okay.
And we do have a sister facility in Antioch.
So good. And I'm only surprised because it's like, so choice in aging is in most of a lot of things that ILR deals with.
Uh-huh.
Solano County, so I'm just surprised. Yeah, I really know about this, so you should contact me if you need anything, but yeah.
I'm sure our CEO, Debbie Toth, knows all about you. I'm considerably new. I've only been here for a year and a half, so I'm still learning. There's so many things out there. And I mean, just today I'm learning all these new things and I'm just like, I can't believe it. Because you would think after a year I would know, but there's so much out there. And it's very good because it's like, there's things for disabled people and not disabled people. And there's just so many support groups out there and nonprofits and just, there's a plethora of resources.
Yeah, you definitely, I mean, I've been doing this for maybe 2 years now, maybe probably more. We started the program, we had to put it together and all that, so maybe it's been 3 years I've been here. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's still things that I'm learning that I had no idea about. But Debbie and I sit on the PCC together.
Oh, okay.
So she will definitely know, and you can.
Yeah.
Maybe there'd be something, it would be good to come and do a presentation for you guys at some point, or at least just pass on some info, so.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down. So I will be calling you.
What does PCC stand for?
The Paratransit Coordinating Council.
Okay. I always
It's
love to
through,
learn acronyms.
2CTA, which is, it might be. 2CT, Contra Costa, yeah, Contra Costa Transit Authority. It's so difficult because technically County Connection is 3CTA. So the actual transit authority that's all for Contra Costa County, they oversee all of the transit agencies like County Connection, WestCat, Tri-Delta.
Okay.
And so they put on the PCC. They're mandated by federal, I think, law that you need to have a council to.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
So
make all the
anyway,
big
so yeah.
decisions.
Yeah, so I'm on that.
Okay. Awesome. Very nice. Well, I have a question. I
Yeah.
actually am noticing in this picture on the slide that's up, the gentleman has a service dog. I'm actually a puppy raiser for a local service dog organization, specifically for people with diabetes, for diabetic alert dogs. I'm just curious, like, how many clients you've supported who have service dogs?
I have not very many at
Yeah.
all. Like, I would say none, and Roger works with us.
Oh, okay, so he's a colleague, not a client.
Yes, so I think I would love to get to more of the disabled community, not just seniors,
Mhm.
but, we haven't yet,
Yeah.
but not a problem on the bus, I know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, cause he takes the bus everywhere. He's a pro.
Yeah, well, and I know that, at least with the organization that I'm involved with as a volunteer, like literally this week, they're doing the first of 2 weeks where the human is matched with the dog.
Yeah.
And that's part of the training is they're gonna go out and practice. like,
Right.
On BART and on the bus, and so I think they do like some of it, but I was just curious if folks ever reached out and were like, hey, there's something specific that my organization that I matched with didn't,
No, but that
teach
would
me, or.
That's actually, I'm gonna bring that up to Roger because he's in contact with Lighthouse, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Close with them, so maybe that would be something that he could even bring to them, and be like, hey.
Okay, and
Just
I can
vouch.
give you, I might have a card for the organization
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
involved with.
Yeah.
That works with, that, like I said, the dogs are specifically diabetic alert dogs. Which in some ways I think they might get a little bit more pushback because
Right,
they don't have the same type of, even their harness and the
right,
handles, so
right.
it's like people question it more, I think. And people. might
Yeah,
have to-
but
I mean, they shouldn't,
they
of
shouldn't,
course.
yeah.
But
people
unfortunately,
do.
people who bring their pets and try to play them off as service
Right.
dogs ruin it for everybody who
Everyone
has
else,
a
yeah.
legitimate service
That's
dog.
how it works.
Okay, well, I was just curious about
Yeah.
that. And then I had another question.
Sure.
Back in one of the earlier slides, you mentioned that you support folks to use Uber and Lyft, and I've been hearing a lot of complaints about how not accessible those
They're not,
companies are,
I'm
so,
not gonna lie, you just
Yeah.
literally cannot use it if you have a wheelchair.
yeah.
Let me rephrase, you really can't use it if you have a power wheelchair.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the Lyft drivers and Uber drivers, they will say whether or not they can fit a foldable chair in their car.
Mhm.
And if you could they just can't help you with anything, so if you can't transfer and do all that, then
Then it's of
Yeah.
no use.
no, the only place I know that actually has accessible vehicles for Uber and Lyft is in San Francisco because they partner with somebody in San Francisco that supplies the vans.
Okay.
So I did take one year, I think it was like 2019,
Mhm.
and I recorded the whole thing because I was so excited I could call my own Uber and not
Yeah,
have to drive.
right.
Yeah, so no, they're way behind on accessibility.
Mhm.
for that,
Yeah, I
for
think there's
sure.
some lawsuits and.
Oh, yeah, and they
stuff like
should.
that. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I used to actually drive for Lyft and I came to them at one point, I was like, this is like a huge market, you should be ahead of the game.
Absolutely.
Like, it was when I wore those stupid pink mustaches on the front of your
Oh,
car.
gosh, back in the
Yeah,
early
like it was
days.
back in the day, and I said, why not be the pioneer on this?
Mhm.
You have someone who is driving a van that can take people in a
Yeah.
wheelchair, and they just, or not, and I'm like, "Ah, you do you."
Yeah, missed
Yeah,
opportunity.
And
big
then I
time.
finally just stopped doing that because then it got crazy, but it was
Yeah.
fun at first.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I also heard that one of the new things is gonna be, not going to be, I should rephrase, the use of the driverless cars. Now again, having a wheelchair or a mobility aid, it's a whole separate thing, but I read an article, a gentleman who's completely blind was saying like, it was amazing to not have to get in and then have to chit chat with the driver and, there's the app for the, whichever company it was, like, would do,
Like Waymo.
it might have been Waymo,
San
yeah.
Francisco does Waymo. They're not
Yeah.
accessible yet too, and I've already actually brought that to their attention, just so you know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
they
I'm
didn't-
sure.
They did not have good answers for that, but yeah, a lot of the autonomous things are gonna be amazing. I think Presto and, what was it, San Ramon or
Hmm.
Bishop Ranch or something?
Oh, those little driverless
Yeah.
like vans or.
That's a new thing they're trying to do, but
Yeah.
it's only in that area for the Bishop Ranch thing, but
Right.
at least it's a pilot.
Yeah.
So next, on April 22nd is RMS, which is the Redefining Mobility Summit. That's when they talk about all of the new things for autonomous vehicles, and so like Glideways is one, Waymo. Glideways actually wanted to know about accessibility. They actually had me come out to their facility when it was over, the old naval base in Concord.
Yeah.
that is called Gomentum Station. It's actually owned by 2CTA. They used to have, they're now in Richmond at the Hilltop Mall
Oh,
because they
okay.
needed bigger areas to
Oh,
test drive their stuff.
interesting.
But anyways, they had me come, and so I went into this like prototype and I was telling them like, oh, well, this could be a little bit lower, you know, if somebody can't reach this, or, you know, talked about people who are nonverbal, like stuff like that. So at least they made the effort to really want to know and make it accessible. Waymo, on the other hand, is not. Don't tell them I said that though. They have-
Maybe we should tell them you said that. They need.
I went to
more
a conference and I missed my mark. It was the one panel that I was super excited I could actually like contribute to.
Mhm.
So I was waiting for them to call in the audience. And it was the one time the moderator's like, instead of going to the audience, we're gonna just go to the panel. I go,
Oh, no
I had
way.
such a good, you know, like, I was gonna call her out.
Yeah.
It's not her, I was gonna call them out, and
Right. Oh,
I was
shoot.
so bummed, even my colleague was like, I know.
You're like, no, wait, I
I
have
have a good one.
Call on me no matter what.
But, anyway,
What is the date of that summit?
the 22nd, April 22nd.
Where
It's not,
is it not open to the public?
it is, but it's expensive.
Oh. Of course.
But you can learn about it online, you can
Okay.
see the panels, you can see the people, but it's something that Contra Costa Transit Authority, 2CTA, puts on. So if you go to their website, they probably have a link to it, and then,
Okay,
yeah, but they're all about, you know, future mobility and accessibility and AVs, EVs, all that.
okay, yeah, good. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
check out the website at the very least.
I mean, I can't wait. I would love to not have to drive everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I know I'm the travel trainer, but taking the bus somewhere is not that fun sometimes either. It can take up to 2 hours where I could get in my car and be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I bet.
So it's just a good,
A lot of room for growth.
yeah, lot of room for
And
growth.
job security for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Okay, well, any other questions or comments for Sarah? And you can certainly follow up. Her contact info is on that slide, or if you end up leaving and forgetting to get it, you can contact me. I would actually love to get email info for both of you, Anna and Veronica, if you're willing to put it in the chat. And what I like to do is send a follow-up after each meeting with just the notes and the recording of the meeting. And then if you're okay with it, if I can include the slides.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, then I'll send out the slides, and that way people can refer back for the information. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming over and sharing about this awesome program. I'm excited to get the word out. Like I said, I send it out to everyone who's come to other meetings, so even if they couldn't be here today, they'll get all this information. And I'll kind of check in with people and see if they'd like to come and have you, you know, if we want to have you come back and do it again, or if they feel like the recording gives them the information, because I also don't want to use up your time.
This is fun.
Good, I'm glad you think so. So our next meeting will be on May 15th, the second Wednesday of May, also from, you know, at 3 o'clock. And it's going to be a presentation from Tim Stevens, who's with Home Safety Services. So he will go in and do some accessibility modifications in people's homes. They're like private residences. So encourage you to come to that or spread the word to folks you think might be interested. Again, I always record it, so if you can't come, but you're interested in checking out the recording, you can always contact me. I can actually, I don't know if I can put you can always reach out to the chamber if you want to get in touch with me. And then they can connect you with me, because I don't know how to type on the
You
TV screen.
could go up to the, scroll up to the top where it says stop share. Stop sharing.
No, the mouse doesn't work.
So see where it says chat?
Mhm.
You can click on the chat there, and then down in there, yeah, you can.
Okay,
type.
let's see if this keyboard will cooperate, because it's a different keyboard than what I.
Yeah, it should let you chat, I mean, type in whatever.
Okay, bear with me, I'm gonna try to put my email in there. Oh, it's
There you go.
working. Okay, that's my email. If anybody wants to reach out. And actually, I would love to have a more in-depth presentation about the Department of Rehabilitation. So Anna, I don't know if that's something that we could talk about for one of our
Yes.
future meetings.
Yeah, sure. Just
Okay,
let us know when. Maybe not not for, oh, you already have one for May, not for June. It's quite hectic in June. Maybe sometime in July.
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
I'll capture your email addresses.
Does it go away when you end the meeting?
I think it does, so I'm trying to
Yeah.
get it really quick.
Well, they could leave. but
Yeah,
you have
that's
to end
true.
it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Really appreciate it. I'll send out the follow-up information in the next few days. I'm glad that you all made some good connections for the possibility of Sarah speaking to your different organizations. And I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Susie. Did you say May 14th, the next one, or May 5th?
Yes, May 14th.
May
at the-
14th. Okay.
And it's the same where you need to just register through the chamber, and then you get the Zoom link. Just like you did for today.
Okay. So the same link every meeting.
I think it might be different. I'm actually not positive about that. So I would just go ahead and register through the chamber's calendar. And that way you'll make sure and get the correct Zoom link.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You have a great day.
You have a great day.
Thank you.
It's interesting that they seem to include their middle names. I don't know that I would want
Sarah
that.
Veronica, is that her first name and she goes by her?
Oh, maybe she
Her
just
middle
goes by
name,
Veronica.
or-
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Just double checking my eyesight is getting worse. Make sure I.
Oh my gosh, I can't see worth anything anymore.
Ugh, I keep having to get new glasses. My prescription keeps changing. Okay. Close that. Oh, this, of course, I was recording that whole thing.
Mhm.
Where's the record?
You can press stop share and then down at the bottom, yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.